What's up, everybody? Let's see here. Get this right. Yeah, come on in. What's up, Sherry? What's up, everybody? Got us another fun one. This was more of a tribute video, though. Yep. So y'all come on in. Yeah, shit, we're gonna go in for a second. We're gonna go in. Hold on, just give me a second here. You just post around. Yeah, come on in. What's up, Nita? Alright, done with that. Slide me forward a little bit here. There we go. Y'all come on in. What's up, SC? What's up, Void? Alright, we'll give him another minute, y'all. We'll get started. How about that? We'll give him another minute and we'll get started. Yep. So y'all come on in. Alright. Let us begin. Let us begin. We're going to have a little fun with this one, too. We're going to have a little fun with this one, too. This fun week here. So now, this is a tribute video, of course. Of course. You know, we have the legendary Muhammad Ali, formerly known as Cassius Clay, broke his shackles, right? figured out who he was and became a fucking monster across the world, and has to this day affected and effected the timeline of Mother Earth even after his passing. You see what I'm saying? Even to this day. Now, who is Muhammad Ali as a deity? He is Ogun Montu. Ogun Montu. Ogun is the god of war, and Montu is also an ancient Egyptian god of war and martial arts. You see what I'm saying? Where the idea of martial arts come from. Well, our boy Muhammad Ali channeled all that. You see what I'm saying? He channeled all that. Did y'all know that Ogun is also the god of pioneering and innovation? Did y'all know that? How many times Muhammad Ali did something legendary and it affected the timeline and changed the world? He affected boxing. He affected spirituality and religion. He affected martial arts. And he was also one of like the three pioneers next to Bruce Lee and one other dude, Jim Kelly. Yeah, Bruce Lee and Jim Kelly and all of them, who pioneered the mixed martial arts. You see what I'm saying? Who pioneered the mixed martial arts. You see what I'm saying? The MMA as you know it today. They pioneered them. So now, what's going on here? What's going on here? Muhammad Ali, you know, didn't just fight in the ring. He fought outside the ring. You see what I'm saying? So he didn't just have a physical martial art or physical fighting style. He had a philosophical fighting style, just like Mace Windu's Volpod. Now, he came out of the house of who? The Nation of Islam, which is their Martian energy, their warrior energy, right? Who was headed by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Who is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad is, you could say, equivalent to, if we had to pick a deity for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to that he channeled during his time period, you know, for this cycle, he was also another war deity. You see what I'm saying? He was also another war deity. You know, he was also Montu. You see what I'm saying? But see, he was the more expressive aspects of Montu. See what I'm saying? Whereas Muhammad Ali was the fighter. You see what I'm saying? He was the outgoing fighter. Then you had two others who was Malcolm X. You see what I'm saying? And you had Clarence 13X, who also spun out of the Nation of Islam. Clarence 13X, you know, he would go on to produce the 5% Nation and the Nations of God, the 5% Nations of Gods and Earth. And Malcolm X, we already know what he did. We already know his contribution. You see what I'm saying? He was Montu's son. You see what I'm saying? He was Montu's son. See what I'm saying? He was a Heru archetype. So you got Ogun, Muhammad Ali, Heru, Malcolm X. You can say that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was Ra Montu. So he was Ra as well, that solar energy. You see what I'm saying? And Clarence 13X was who? He was Shango, the electrified force that produced the 5% Nation in the FOA. And they would go on to advanced martial arts to its highest height. As y'all well know, I did a lecture on the FOA not too long ago. So now, we've talked about Clarence 13X. I may come back and do some on Malcolm X later on down the timeline as well. But now, we talked to Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was so powerful, but ahead of his time that he shook the world. And the only thing they could do was start the Vietnam War, which was a spiritual war, not a physical war. And the only thing they could do was block him from his force, because he was affecting the timeline. He was shaking up the timeline so much. The only thing they could do was do what? Rob him of his title. You see what I'm saying? Which no fighter at that time could take from him. See what I'm saying? And shut him down for 6 years. Why would they do this? What was his stance on it? Let's find out what his stance was. Let's get into this. Let us get into this. Here we go. Alexis.
Immediately thereafter, he walked into the teeth of a monumental decision. He was drafted, and then he refused induction on the grounds of his religious convictions on war. My conscience won't let me go shoot my brother, some darker people, some poor, hungry people in the mud for big, powerful America, and shoot them for what? They never call me nigger. They never lynch me. They never put no dogs on me. They never rob me of my nationality, rape and kill my mother and father. What I'm going to shoot them for what? How can I go shoot them? Them little poor little black people, little babies and children and women. How can I shoot them poor people? Just take me to jail. While fighting imprisonment for his stand, Ali was also stripped of his title, denied a license to fight in the United States, and denied a visa to go overseas to fight. He was in a much tighter financial bind than most were aware of. I don't know if I see the world heavyweight champion driving the Volkswagen, guys in the Cadillacs and making fun of it. So I'm working as they're holding, right? I'm moving. And so one day I had to speak in Canisius. Heard of Canisius? Canisius, Fairleigh Dickinson, C.W. Post. 3 colleges and $1,500 a college. Pretty good money. So I broke my wife's piggy bank. She had about $35 in it. $135. I broke the piggy bank to get gas money to get me to the college. And I got enough gas and food money to get the $4,500 and $1,500 at $45 to hold me, pay gas bills, light bills, till I get to the next college. This went on until the whole mess is over. Inevitably, students would challenge Ali on his stand and his convictions. Remarkably, Ali more than held his own against students who had a far better formal education than he. I'm saying you're talking about me about some draft, and all you white boys are breaking your neck to get to Switzerland and Canada and London. I'm not going to help nobody get something my Negroes don't have. If I'm going to die, I'll die now right here fighting you. If I'm going to die, you my enemy. My enemy is a white people, not being drums or Chinese or Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
So there y'all go. As y'all can see, his biggest fights were outside of the ring. See what I'm saying? His fighting style was beautiful, as we'll know physically in the ring, but his greatest fights were outside the ring. So everybody admired him for his soul. You see what I'm saying? His fighting, his warrior soul, more than anything else on the planet. You see what I'm saying? More than anything else on the planet. He fought the good fight. He did what he had to do. Now, as far as that philosophical style, he did carry it into the ring. And as y'all well know, contrary to popular belief, what's up, Alfia? Contrary to popular belief, Muhammad Ali was not a boxer at heart. He was a mixed martial artist at heart. Check this out. Check out this little article I got for y'all. Give me a second. It's called Muhammad Ali's Connection to Martial Arts and to National Karate. See what I'm saying? So Muhammad Ali wasn't just a boxer. We already see now that he wasn't just a boxer. Muhammad Ali's connection to martial arts and to national karate, right? Let's see here. Here we go. Taekwondo training. What men do not know about Ali is that he was an innovator that was always trying to find ways to improve his boxing skills. In 1996, he sought out Grandmaster Jun Rhee to train in Taekwondo in order to give himself an edge over the boxers. Father of American Taekwondo and National Karate. Jun Rhee is known as the father of American Taekwondo because he is the first person to bring Taekwondo from Korea to the United States. Jun Rhee is also the roots of the National Karate family tree because the founders of NK National Karate, John Worley and Larry Carnahan earned their black belts from John Ree. They also worked with Master Ree and managed his karate schools in Washington, D.C. in the late 60s and 70s. Let's see. Here's what Muhammad Ali said about his training with Jun Ree. Musa Ree taught me the Taekwondo acupunch. It is so fast you can hardly see it. Another punch he learned from Master Ree was the Taekwondo back fist, which is similar to a boxer's jab, but thrown from a different angle with a snap as if you were snapping a towel. It was extremely effective for Ali because it came from a different angle than boxers were used to seeing from regular jabs. If you watch YouTube's videos of Ali, you can see him backpedaling and surprise his opponents with the back fist. He was so fast and strong that he was even able to knock out his opponents with his technique. See what I'm saying? Also, they said Ali had a highly unorthodox boxing style for a heavyweight, epitomized by his catchphrase, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Ali relied on his superior hand speed, superb reflexes, and constant movement, dancing and circling opponents for most of the fight, holding his hand low and lashing out with a quick cutting left jab or back fist that he threw from unpredictable angles. You see what I'm saying? So they already tell you that he wasn't truly a boxer at heart. He was a martial artist at heart. He learned from a Taekwondo master different techniques that he took into the boxing ring, and that gave him an edge. So that's why these motherfuckers couldn't even beat Muhammad Ali, because he was thinking he was vibrating and thinking on a whole other level. The art of Ali. You see what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali mixed martial arts. So that's what you got going on here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me show you what they got to say about his unorthodox boxing style. Here we go.
Orthodox method of defense. He called it his lean back style, and in this video, Muhammad Ali is well known for his incredible footwork and hand speed, but he also had a brilliant and unorthodox method of defense. He called it his lean back style, and in this video, we'll break down how he used head movement, footwork, and devastating counters to dominate his opponents. Then we'll quickly expand on our last video, and explain how Ali added combinations to his circling footwork pattern. Ali had incredible defense, and it wasn't just his reflexes, but his creative movement which allowed him to pull things off few other fighters could. When his opponents attacked, Ali would usually step back, slip, and drop his hands even lower. This goaded his adversaries to overreach, chasing after his head. Overextending lowered the height and power of their jab, and Ali would change levels and pick off the blows with his shoulders. He was essentially expanding the height advantage he usually enjoyed. Incredibly, Ali was such a great judge of distance that he could narrowly dodge blows by turning his chin. This allowed him to stay closer to his adversary, which kept him in range to counter. But more on that in a second. Let's look at the defensive footwork Ali used in conjunction with head movement. Ali's defensive footwork pattern is step back, shift back, and angle out to the left, and then pivot. He preferred to slip to the inside and tended to change head position once for each step. Here's an unobstructed view. 1, 2, 3. If you have limited space, you can substitute the pivot for a shuffle. Stepping back allowed Ali to angle to the inside and let his opponent go right past him, like a matador sidestepping a bull. The pivot would then realign Ali in a superior position, with his rival more open and Ali ready to continue circling and jabbing. Keep in mind that while using this defensive footwork, even Ali would raise his right hand against especially good hook punchers, and his left hand against those with a powerful cross. But he preferred to parry or deflect punches off his elbows in order to drain his opponents of energy. Ali would sometimes modify his defensive footwork to set up an attack. Stepping back left his rear hand much closer to his opponent, and he took full advantage of the situation to go on the offensive. He would stop short, square up, and leap into a cross. But as powerful as this technique was, it was nowhere near as effective as his counters. Ali would get his opponent used to this pattern, and then lull them into thinking he would always retreat from their attacks. He would then stop short and throw a self-titled anchor punch. Ali would lean back and slip to the inside as usual, looking to get the perfect distance from which to throw his counter right. Since he turned his head to the side, he had to rely partially on touch to gauge distance. That's why jabbing the right side of Ali's body was like hitting a button that released a fight-ending punch. As he moved his head back, his hand would come from below his competitor's field of vision and remain out of sight by following his own jab back to him. Then Ali's glove would arch over their shoulder and snap down. Those Ali hit with this punch calmly said that they had never even seen it coming. Ali most likely took his iconic circling pattern from his idol, Sugar Ray Robinson. Let's look at how Ali modified it to throw combinations while circling. To review quickly, Ali's footwork is step, hop and jab, push off and swing your back leg behind you, step back into stance, and repeat. By adding additional punches to this pattern, Ali was able to change the line of attack with each punch, giving him built-in defense and hitting around his competitor's guard. Ali placed his second punch on the last step of the sequence as he stepped out and uncrossed his legs. This included his jab-jab, jab-hook, and jab-uppercut combos. But let's look at Ali's most effective combination, his jab-jab cross. Ali would jab on the hop as normal, change positions with the cross step, and then let his 1-2 go as he stepped out. From the front, with no pivoting. 1, 2, 3, 4. This combination used manipulation of timing to gain an advantage over his opponent. Notice that after Ali establishes a rhythm with the circling jab, the 1-2 comes in on the last step at twice the speed in half beats. After jabbing, stepping out from crossed legs loaded up Ali's cross with more momentum, adding surprising power for a boxer up on his toes. This is an interesting technique to end the breakdown on. Ali would sometimes throw his jab on 2 as normal, and then his cross on step 3 as he crossed his legs behind him. Nothing about this punch should work, but he managed to land it with decent power. We'll just put it down to him being Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. While I wouldn't recommend copying all of Ali's style, especially without years of experience, I encourage you to try a few things and let us know how it goes. Please like, subscribe for more videos, and share with people who may find these techniques interesting. I've also set up a Patreon.
So what happened? You know, after his 6-year hiatus, you know, because he was a monster before his 6-year hiatus, right? So what happened? You know, he got older and he wasn't even allowed to practice. Most people don't even know that. Not only was he not allowed to box in-state or foreign or outside the country, which was crazy in and of itself, he wasn't even allowed to practice, by the way, if y'all didn't know that. So because he didn't practice, he began to lose some of his footwork and his footstep. So he was developing his own mixed martial art, known as the Art of Ali. You see what I'm saying? He was getting it. He was putting in work. He was doing it big. So much so that they couldn't fuck with him, right? Until, you know, the draft. Now, of course, we know the draft was illegal. How the fuck you gonna draft somebody? He a world champion. So he's not allowed. That's law. If you are fighting in some type of form of entertainment or sports champion, you are naturally exempt from the draft. You see what I'm saying? But why they want to draft Ali? Well, why? Why were they so hell bent on trying to draft Ali? Because of his consciousness. Because of the conscious thought he was spreading north, east, west, and south news. Because of that conscious news he was spreading all across the world. It wasn't just us that was listening to him. The world was listening to Muhammad Ali. And so since he was spreading that conscious knowledge, because that he was getting them that verbal Ali ass whooping, they had to get rid of him, or they was trying to get rid of him. So they broke their own laws. That's what we mean by. That's what I was telling y'all about the King Kong story yesterday, about them changing the game when that shit ain't working out for them. In hindsight, they couldn't even touch Ali. He wasn't even supposed to be fucked with, but they changed the rules on him because of his fucking soul and spirit being channeled all across the world. You see what I'm saying? It was affecting the world, the world consciousness, the world soul. So whenever they do that, they gotta go shut it down. So these motherfuckers, these archonic motherfuckers, goddamn figured out a way to shut him down by stripping him of his title illegally, and sitting him down. And he was this close to producing his own mixed martial art. If he had took that 6 years off, y'all, the whole black race right now would be practicing the art of Ali. And if it had continued, the art of Ali would have fused with the 52 blocks, and motherfuckers would have been unstoppable. Oh, they know what they doing. They know what they doing. They know they couldn't let the art of Ali be perfected, so they shut it down. You see what I'm saying? Cause he was gonna open up a school. Every motherfucking every black man, woman, and child on the planet was gonna be in his school learning due to what he's done both spiritually, mentally, and physically. You see what I'm saying? And verbally. You see what I'm saying? He used that throat chakra to teach the truth every chance he got. You see what I'm saying? So the school of Ali would have been great. The mixed martial arts school of Ali would have been amazing. This is his message he wanted me to give to y'all today. Shit. The school, the MMA school of Ali. You see what I'm saying? Mixed martial arts school of Ali. The arts of Ali would have been great. But guess what? Anime figured it out. You know, the creators of Baki the Grappler, they said, well, wait a minute. Let's explore that. Let's explore the art of Ali. What would have happened if he had mastered his techniques? So here we go. I'm just gonna show you the fight scene because it's in Japanese, but I'm gonna show you how he was trying to box, and it didn't work, and so he switched to his fighting style, his martial style, and did what he did. Let's see. This the one. That ain't the one. Give me the other one. Where he tried to box him first, and it did not work. There we go. That's the one. You just brighten it up a little because it's nighttime. That should do. Now it's in Japanese, but it's on Netflix if you want to see it. He said it's the smell of a wild animal. He fighting Yujiro Hama. That you seeing that aura around him is called battle aura. The manifestation of a warrior spirit. That's the first half. Hold on. This will be the second half. Check it out. Y'all didn't get a chance to see that. That shit was so fast. Let me see something here. That shit was so fast, y'all didn't get a chance to see it. Give me a second. Here we go, here we go. He's saying boxing ain't his true skill. Check this out. Mixed martial arts. So he developed his own style, and they put it in his anime, right? Called The Art of Ali. Check this out. So of course he old now. So they create. He has a son in the anime to pass it on, and he becomes Muhammad Ali Jr. Check this out. Let's see here. Is too bright? Yeah, it's clear. Hold on. There we go. There we go. That's Muhammad Ali Jr. He's just a reincarnation of Muhammad Ali. Now they end up doing it wrong in the anime, of course, but you know how that is. But yeah, his son perfected or evolved the art, and shit, most motherfuckers in the goddamn season couldn't even fuck with him, and he beat two of the baddest motherfuckers in there. So they came back to beat him again, you know, but he ended up defeating them at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we got going on. Muhammad Ali everywhere. Check this out. Did y'all know Muhammad Ali even fought Superman? Nah, y'all ain't even know that. Oh, he beat Superman, by the way, in a comic book. They fought in the ring. Hold on. I just gave you the last 2 minutes of it. Because, of course, let's see here. There we go. It's him fighting Superman. It's him beating the shit out of Superman. It's him walking away from him. And there's Superman collapsing on the ground. So Muhammad Ali fought motherfucking Superman. He even in the DC universe. That's how bad he is. That's how much he affected the world. He everywhere. Right? So yeah, he developed this philosophical fighting style that these motherfuckers foreseen him being great. You think these niggas ain't sitting here studying you? They studied Muhammad Ali. And they foreseen what he would become, both in the ring and out of the ring. So what they did, they shut that shit down before they used the Vietnam War that was a false war anyway. They just went over there to destroy Buddhism. You know, that ancient black Buddhism, that ancient black Taoism that nobody was fucking with. And the Viet Cong beat them niggas with magic. Most people don't even know that. When most people ask how the Viet Cong beat America, it was with magic. So when we dealing with Muhammad Ali and his stance on the Viet Cong, well, like, nigga, I ain't going over there to fight them. They ain't did nothing to me. What's wrong with y'all? So, you know, all his life he was whooping ass, and he even did some magical shit himself. He, I think it was Joe Louis. He hit this nigga without hitting this nigga. He hit him with they call it the phantom punch, a spiritual hit. Let me see. Can I get that for y'all? You know, we gotta put that on camera. Shit. Then you know how spiritual it was. There we go. Hold on here. Sonny Liston, that's what it was. My bad.
It's one of those places you can't get there from here first. You gotta go.
That body. You know the old story. You kill the body and the head might follow.
Let me see. Where's that?
Sonny is shooting mostly, although he's right ahead now, mostly toward that box.
That was not it. Not a bad job.
Just say that pure uncut.
Now let's do it without the music, or at least let's cut it down some. This is when he knocked him down. And if you don't believe him, slow mo. So there you go. Phantom punch. Hit his ass. And it was like, damn. Wow. So the phantom punch is what shook fucking Sonny Liston. And that was the resurrection of Ogun Montu. You see what I'm saying? That's what y'all seen with that fight. You see what I'm saying? With the phantom punch. So that's what you got going on here with Ali. You see what I'm saying? This magical being, this magical god, this war god who hit the planet to show y'all that y'all are more than just this basic shit that they telling y'all. Y'all got this. You see what I'm saying? That's his message. You gotta float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. But the eyes, what they specialize in is this old stanza. The eyes can't hit what the eyes can't see. And that's their manipulation of your perception. And Muhammad Ali, who they studied also, you know, the CIA was studying him, by the way. They were studying his movements and techniques, and they was like, they applied that to their shit. Yeah, I know that, right? They applied a lot of Muhammad Ali's philosophies to their CIA training. You see what I'm saying? His thought process. So cause the true weapon is your mind, and they knew this. They knew this. You see what I'm saying? The eyes can't hit what the eyes can't see. Control their perception, control the perception, and you control the reality. So that's why he was able to manipulate time and space so well, like old buddy said. Both on and off the ring. He was also manipulating time and space in the regular world it also. And you've seen these things. You've seen him do amazing things. You've seen the art of Ali progress. Then he got shut down, and then he came back. You know, he was older. 6 years is a long damn time. Hell, for anybody. So, and still, he gave him hell. Even well into the 80s. You see what I'm saying? So, what happened next? You know, he did his dirt. Did the art of Ali die? No. See, we know that the art of Ali, that Muhammad Ali had a daughter, and he taught her everything that he knows, and we know her as Layla Ali. So let's see what she did with the art of Ali. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? She was a bad motherfucker. Check this out. Check out her record. Hold on. Let me pull up her record real quick. Because she actually evolved the art of Ali to its highest heights, and they don't give her credit for it at all. This is the birth. This is the resurrection of Sekhmet. You see what I'm saying? What is Ali? What is Layla Ali's boxing record? Layla Ali competed as a professional boxer from 1999 to 2007. She retired with 24 wins, no losses, and 21 knockouts. Her knockout to win percentage was far higher than her famous father, heavyweight great Muhammad Ali. You see what I'm saying? So she actually took Muhammad Ali's teachings and surpassed him. You see what I'm saying? In her time, from 1999 to 2007, there was 8 years? Yeah, 8 years. 8 years, she dominated the fucking boxing ring. And nobody give her love for it. We gonna honor her today. We gonna honor Sekhmet today. Let's see here. I found a little fire ass video for her. Hold on. Shit. Cause this Ali blood, that shit is powerful. Here we go. Uh-oh.
just off the top of my head is just knowing that I have that same blood running through my veins.
That Ali blood running through her veins. He freed his bloodline. And so she was able to capitalize on that. She be singing. That was her motto.
Once you get in that ring, get out of the
She's a monster, ain't she? So the art of Ali continued in her. You see what I'm saying? It continued in her. And she dominated that motherfucker. I mean, 24 victories, 0 losses, 21 knockouts. So she mastered the art of Ali. No credit given. You see what I'm saying? Ogun 1-2 passed it down to Setmet. Setmet dominated that shit. No credit given. Why they never give it to the feminine? Because they hate the feminine, you know. You know, you're dealing with children of the Archons, children of Yaldabaoth, and Yaldabaoth hate his mother, Sophia. We know that. You see that play out. That's what you're seeing here, down here on this physical plane. But shit, you see what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, Layla Ali destroyed this shit. You see what I'm saying? They destroyed it in their own ways. 2 generations. You see what I'm saying? 2 generations of the Alis dominating both on and off the ring. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. His philosophical fighting style that he developed, he passed it to the next generation. The next generation was hell on earth. Nobody beats her. She was undefeated. You see what I'm saying? Nobody beats her. She was undefeated. And most people don't even know that. She don't get no love. Sekhmet don't get no love. Even though she's the child of the greatest, the world's greatest. Technically, she the world's greatest. She didn't even lose. You know, the only reason Muhammad Ali lost for real is because they shut it down for 6 years. But, you know, that masculine energy, that divine masculine energy. But when the divine feminine stepped up, she didn't even lose. They couldn't even beat her. No love. Y'all wouldn't even know who Layla Ali was if she wasn't a child of fucking Muhammad Ali. That's how fucked up it is. But the art of Ali continued. And through the feminine energy, she decimated the fucking league. You see what I'm saying? No love whatsoever. You know, nothing. We ain't see nothing. We barely knew she even fought half the time. You see what I'm saying? We barely even knew. They wouldn't even promote her matches like that. And she was dominating. So this is what you got going on here. But this is how they shut down the art of Ali. By first shutting him down for them 6 years, and the fucking feminine energy, that Sophian energy, healed that real with 24 victories. What? 6. What? They shut him down for 6 years. She go and dominate for 24 wins, which equals up to be 6. Balance, masculine and feminine energy. You see what I'm saying? You see the connection there? So this what you got going on here. The art of Ali, the world's greatest. Both of them are the world's greatest. You see what I'm saying? The masculine and the feminine and the masculine. That's what y'all don't know. They both the world's greatest. They couldn't beat Ali. The only way they beat Ali is by shutting him down, and they beat fucking Layla by not even giving her the fucking spotlight, because they know she would have been just as dangerous as her father, verbally. You see what I'm saying? So they didn't even ask her those kinds of questions. But it was 1999, so the world, you know, was a different place. It was a different form of consciousness. You know, you dealing with that Lauryn Hill hip hop energy. You see what I'm saying? In 1999, Lauryn Hill, you got you got all the other hip hop artists who coming up, and they speaking that conscious rap. You see what I'm saying? The conscious rap that they start shutting down in the early 2000s. You see what I'm saying? So she dominated to 2007, 9 completion. You see what I'm saying? Y'all did it. Their bloodline did it. They ain't gotta do nothing else. You know, but maybe her daughter got a little consciousness on her, and you know, she good. See what I'm saying? Cause she had a kid as well. But they ain't gotta do nothing else. They good. You see what I'm saying? These bloodlines, they good. So that's why you don't see as much of a story most of the time with the grandchildren, and sometimes with the children, because they fathers or their mothers put in the work so that they can live comfortably the next generation. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. So this is what we talking about with the art of Ali, Muhammad Ali's mixed martial arts, both a philosophical style and of fighting style. You see what I'm saying? His philosophical style dealt with the consciousness. You see what I'm saying? His verbal teachings to the world that he taught the world. And what was his teachings? His teachings was never sacrifice your soul for this bullshit. Or old Latin term, memento mori, soul over everything. You see what I'm saying? Soul over everything. They showed you that concept in what? American Gods. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what he taught you. Never sacrifice your soul for this materialistic bullshit, or your ass gonna end up like King Kong, fucking falling off that Empire State Building of materialism, dying on the street. Cause like they did with him, like they did with King Kong, and like they did with Layla, they gonna change the game. They did it with him by shutting him down. They did it with Layla by not even giving her the spotlight. Hell, they did it with King Kong by fucking shooting his ass. You see what I'm saying? Off the Empire State Building. They will always change the game on you. That's why you have to be spiritually inclined. Muhammad Ali, spiritually inclined. Layla Ali, spiritually inclined. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. They fuse their spiritual energies into their art. You see what I'm saying? To their martial art. And if Muhammad Ali, like I said, had his 6 years, you would know what I mean by the art of Ali. This is just me telling you the story of why you don't know what the art of Ali is. And like I said, if we had fused the art of Ali with fucking the 52 blocks, it would have been unstoppable. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, because there was a generation of freedom fighters. You see what I'm saying? When I mean freedom fighters, they was free dome fighters. You see what I'm saying? Them boys were no joke. Them girls were no joke either. There was a lot of women who was the truth. You know, they didn't get no love. You know, they never focused on the feminine energy. So this is what I'm talking about, y'all. The art of Ali. The art of Ali. Both Muhammad and Layla. Free his bloodline. Threw away his slave name, Cassius Clay. That meant something at the time. You know, that was revolutionary in and of itself. He threw away his slave name, picked up the title Muhammad Ali. And from that point on, he was a monster. And gifted that title with his daughter. You see what I'm saying? The Ali bloodline gifted it with his daughter. And she became a monster. And she gifted it with her daughter. I think she had a daughter as well. So that bloodline free. You see what I'm saying? That's what you call a free bloodline. Cause whatever generational curses they had, they healed that shit in them 2 generations. You see what I'm saying? And they both the world greatest. Fuck that shit. Muhammad Ali the world greatest for warring with the system. You know, his soul wars. You see what I'm saying? War with the system. And his martial prowess in the ring. You see what I'm saying? Layla Ali, she just beat the shit out of everybody she seen. 24-0. Healing the rift. -6 that they gave Muhammad Ali. She goes and win 24 victories, which equals +6. The negative and the positive cancel out equals 0. Balance. You see what I'm saying? Stability. You see what I'm saying? So she balanced out the equation with her energy, with that second meshing energy, that second meshing fire. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. There you go. That's the art of Ali. Any questions? Any questions? I'll take the questions now. This is a tribute video to the God and the Goddess. Any questions? Oh yeah, and this is a documentary that y'all can check out as well called I Am Ali. Y'all want to check out his story. And of course, y'all know he would give way to Mike Tyson, or aka Iron Mike, who went on the masculine side of the equation to do something that just was a fucking monster himself. You see what I'm saying? So he also, that was his direct apprentice. You see what I'm saying? Philosophically, you see what I'm saying? That the art of Ali actually transferred to him. That Ogun Mantu energy transferred to Iron Mike. And we know what he did. You see what I'm saying? We know what he did. And so both Iron Mike and Layla Ali dominated from the 90s to the 2000s, through the 2000s. You see what I'm saying? And they don't make these connections. You know, they let them die off. We ain't gonna let them do that. Art of Ali, baby. Art of Ali. Any questions? I feel I studied Tai Chi and it's very powerful. Yeah, Tai Chi very powerful. Tai Chi supercharges the spirit. You see what I'm saying? Spirit get weaker, the spirit don't move. Very long, very low, man. You know, I like it when you break it down. Thank you. Any other question? Now, yeah, I ain't gonna make this one too long. Just want to get this tribute. You know, this tribute to the gods and goddesses, the war gods and goddesses who paved the way. Art of Ali. Hashtag, that should be a hashtag in a shirt. Hashtag Art of Ali. So, any questions before I get up out of here? Well, y'all don't have any other questions? I'm Marvin Jones. I can check out my other lectures on YouTube, my other co-lectures. You know, you want to Cash App, donate, that's cool. You know, share this with your friends, put the word out, let them know what it is. You know, let them know what's going on. Let them know these connections, both from the spirit, the soul, the mind, and the body. What's this role playing that's going on the physical plane? See what I'm saying? These are not by mistakes. These beings hit the planet for a reason, to show you things. And, you know, and it's our job as spiritual teachers, occult teachers, to report what they did. You see what I'm saying? Or we won't be doing what we down here to do. You see what I'm saying? We will let it all die out. So this is why we do it. So with that being said, peace.